The First 5 Butte County Children and Families Commission is broadening their impact with the official opening of 3 new family resource centers in Chico, Gridley, and Orrville.
For such a long time in Butte County, families have really been talking about just needing and wanting a place where they can go, where they can get some support for some of their basic needs, but also a place where they can go to have play groups and, learn about child development and spend time with their children. There's a big desire to have those services be no cost to the consumers. I would say it really came to fruition after the campfire, when we really realized how much families were relying on their trusted community hubs to both get services from, but also to get information and to find that supportive resource.
Following the campfire, Butte County was left without a network of family resource centers, creating a gap in coordinated services and accessible support for families. To address this, NBCF's Butte Strong Fund Committee awarded its final grant of $3 million to First 5 Butte County in December 2023, helping to revive these essential family centers.
The investment on the part of the Butte Strong Fund was so key in really putting the stake in the ground around sustainability and, like you said, multiple years of funding and flexible funding that can be used to fund a variety of supports for family resource centers. It just was such an amazing, I think, vote of confidence in the families of Butte County that they deserve wonderful opportunities.
And this vote of confidence has already begun to resonate with the community. Families are expressing their appreciation for these centers, not only for the opportunities they provide, but also for the welcoming spaces they offer.
We have gotten really good feedback from the families that have come. They really enjoy the space. They enjoy getting to get out of the house and have something to do with their kiddos. There's not a lot of spaces in Orrville that offer an indoor space aside from the library. And so we've gotten really, really good feedback about our groups and about our space and just about the service it's providing.
I've heard many of what the parents are saying is that they really want us to have kids interact with other kids. It's either a child who was born much later than their other kids, so they're the only little one around, or they're the only kid, and it helps for them to be interacting with other little kids, especially right before school. So a lot of them talk about trying to make sure their kids are socialized right before school starts.
This Family Resource Center model is a relatively new strategy by the Commission. While First 5 offers the leadership and guidance for the services provided, trusted partner organizations are brought into these community spaces to deliver expert support directly to parents, caregivers, and children.
Well, because our center is run by MVCSS staff, we also have our disaster case managers that can come in and use our space and meet with clients affected by the disasters in the area. So we have a lot of families that come in that were a part of the population that was served here prior to transitioning to the family center when it was the Wildfire Resource Recovery Center. So those families have continued to come. I've partnered with some other agencies in the community. I've made some connections with the Sarah Joel School District, so we can collaborate a little bit. I've also made a connection with the California State Parks, and so we just tabled at their event. They plan to come to our grand opening and do whatever they can to support us. So trying to just find those partnerships within the community that we can just collaborate and get the word out and serve more families.
In the renewal, there's a lot of services offered. So there's case management, there's all different kinds of things. As far as Family Resource Center, we are just directly here to support and work alongside the families to help strengthen the bond, to help build resilience in parenting, find new ways to connect with other families, find that support system, help with resources, different things like that, and to really just to engage and get to know people, get to know the families that are here.
Although the centers have been operating since early spring, they celebrated their grand opening on Friday, August 16th. First 5 is now collaborating with additional community partners to establish 2 more centers, focusing on rural areas in South County and on the Ridge.
So that's just like the forever work. It's never done, with making sure that the relationships are in place and are continually tended to. because that at its core is what the success of any system is that trust. And we can only move at the speed of trust, as my friend Christy Bethel says.